What up, everybody? Welcome to Skeptalk Live, episode number 49. That is one less than 50. We're almost there. Joining me tonight, I'm your host, Udo. Joining me tonight are Jason. And sorry, new layout. Got to remember where my boundaries are. Jason and your boy, Sweaty Obesity. How you guys doing tonight? Excellent. So new layout. I mean, if people didn't notice, wink, wink. Angry Cicada, how's it going? Twisty Top Hatter, welcome to the stream. Let's see. Got a couple of announcements to the stream for everybody. One, we have a new alert if you donate via Stream Elements. So I won't show anybody what that is until someone does it because it's that cool to save. Also, exactly while you guys were getting ready and watching this, you guys may have noticed that you were earning Illumies. I have added a stream currency to our show now. So, oh, Binks, I'm being featured. So just to let everybody know, currently, if you sign up for binks.tv, you can win a free game off of my stream right now in 30 minutes. Yeah, so right now we are being featured on binks.tv, and anybody who's there, lots of people should be dropping in. Let's see who just happened there. Binks TV bot just became part of the Illuminati. Excellent. That's pretty awesome. I didn't know that their bot follows people. That's fantastic. Sleepiest, welcome to the show. So you can win a free video game. I don't know which one they're giving away right now. Let me go look here. Check out Binks. But with the Illumies, if you click the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see the Skeptalk eye that's floating on the stream. It will give you the ability to look at what you can spend your Illumies on, including the ability to play an applause during the show. So if you're interested in something, you can spend some Illumies to make an applause happen live on the show right now. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me see. Can't hear Discord? Okay. Well, that would be, there's always technical difficulties when I change stuff. So let me figure that out here. Let's see. Oh, I know why. Desktop audio has changed wrong. Okay, properties. Change that to the headset. Bam. Say something, guys.
What's up?
So Jason's.
I just pretended to talk.
Okay, I was like, that's the weirdest fucking thing.
Like, what the
fuck? Okay, so at that point, let's check in with you guys again. So this is Sweaty Obesity, your boy.
It's your boy.
And that's Jason.
What up?
Jason was he said that he liked the Illumies and he's super excited about the applause. So now everybody should be able to hear everybody. Yeah, it looks like we've got quite a few Binks Raiders coming through. Chucky XS, welcome to the show. Psychochew, thank you for dropping by. But all right, so like I said, check out binks.tv, win a free video game off of my stream right now. And then I need to get the Stream Elements thing open. Because if you want to win some shit off of... or wait, no, it's Stream Labs. Sorry. Stream Labs.
Yeah, dude. Thanks. Yo, I just want to say, while you're doing that, the setup looks fucking great.
It does, honestly. I'm very impressed.
So good.
Chucky XS, thank you very much. Oh, it looks like there is one thing wrong, and that is that I need to pull Stream Elements above. There we go. So that, yeah, Jason, you're going to get covered up, but that's just how the alerts are going to work. I mean, I got to figure some stuff up, but yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
All right, let's get started with the show while these guys who are here for Binks can check something out, see if they like what we're doing right now. But let's get into what we've got for the news today. Oops. Fuck. Play it.
Hell yeah.
It looks good up in that little the monitor.
It does.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, man. This is top notch shit.
Once again, as always, this is a fair use podcast / talk show, and we are here to do criticism, parody, news reporting. We could even be considered as research, but definitely commentary. So if you're considering hitting that if you're considering hitting that report button on YouTube here in the future, consider it again. Internal Primus, how's it going? Ayo for yayo. All right, and as you guys can remember, if you want to support the show, just click this button, and that'll tell everybody what you're doing. Also, when Florida Man comes up, if I don't do it, remind me. I've got a new Florida Man bingo command, so it'll automatically post that bingo for everybody.
Legit.
And then announcement: the Skeptalk team has gotten the okay from our local anger emporium, the Demolition Zone, right? To bring the team in and live stream a destruction room. So
God, I can't wait.
That's so cool. It's gonna be amazing.
When we get a chance, we're gonna make sure that we grab as many or let everybody know what's going on. We'll get the whole team together, and Twisty, you could come too. I mean, significant others are definitely invited.
Awesome.
But we'll put together. It's something like $20 to break 17 items and 30 to break 34. So super cool.
All right.
Oh, B42 raid. T4,
So
how's it
bring
going?
$90.
Right. If we bring, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
100
There it is.
biddies. So many bits coming in. Sylvexus, thanks for the 5 bits.
Oh shit! Thanks everybody.
Damn.
Where'd the other one go? It's going too fast. Mr. Mushmore, thanks for
Fucking
the 100. Yeah,
Hell
these guys,
yeah.
they don't fuck around.
B42 motherfuckers.
But let's get some news for these guys so they can see what's going on.
Good.
X Gilly Sniper 6, thanks for joining the Illuminati, taking over the world one follow at a time. We got another one. Maz Muerto, thank you for joining the Illuminati, taking over the world one follow at a time. But our first story that we've got to, oh my goodness, here it comes, is an update to one of the stories we covered before. Toxic Blood, thank you very much for the follow. I am Macron, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Illuminati, guys. Taking over the world one follow at a time. Possibly not, guys. That's how it goes.
Oh, it's on fire.
It is. It's
What's
going
up,
crazy.
Dude, this is fucking awesome.
Thank you for joining the show.
Damn.
Watch, welcome, observe, laugh, comment.
All right. It's going so fast. I'm having trouble covering it up.
It's okay. It's a good
Streamlabs
problem.
is going so slow. I want to make sure I get everybody here.
It's happening so fast, people don't even know I'm on the show because it just keeps covering my face up.
Exactly. Pink Ranger 105, 1005, thank you very much for the follows. Slavexis, thank you for 8 bits. Toectini, thank you for 5 bits. Sylvexis again, thank you for 7 more bits. I am Macron, thank you very much for the follow. I think I'm getting up. What Pixel by Pixel Studios? Thank you very much. Epic Principal, thank you for the follow. XTHO RipX, thank you for the follow. Yep, I think we're caught up at this point. But
we have Sweaty Obesity on one time, and
exactly.
everybody fucking rates us.
This is what happens, Sweaty.
I'm your lucky
Sweaty.
charm, I tell you what.
That's right.
You're welcome. Welcome.
Akuma 1975, thank you very much for the 10 bits. That gets the dance
This
and
is
the song.
This is lit, dude. Holy shit.
All right, so our first story is an update that's something that we've covered before. If you guys remember, a few weeks ago we covered that someone was detected as having what they thought might have been the first uncurable strain of gonorrhea, right?
I do remember that.
So, Sweaty, you may not have been around for that one, but there was a case in Britain where... Oh, Spirit Yard, thank you very much for 10 bits. That's where the dances come in. You can't see Jason dancing. He gets the night off tonight until I adjust the...
Right?
You know, I
didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But the UK man who has caught the worst ever case of antibiotic-resistant gonorrhea was cured. According to news reports.
Thank fucking God.
Right. We almost had a case
That's
of the first super ultra bug, and it was one of the worst venereal diseases you could get, right?
And yet, I don't hear any anti-vaxxers complaining. That's weird.
True.
So the man was very lucky that his treatment worked. Sexual health experts have told the BBC today that the man's infection was resistant to 2 antibiotics that were recommended as first choice treatments for gonorrhea, azithromycin and cafextratone. And this was the first report that of a case where gonorrhea was found to be resistant to both of those antibiotics. But however, the last chance antibiotic that they save for super emergencies managed to treat it. What's unfortunate is that 2 more cases of this strain have been reported in the Australian territories.
Oof.
Yeah.
What?
So the guy originally contracted it from Southeast Asia, messing around with a sex worker. So this is not over, but at least they have something they can do about it.
Yeah, that's great news,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know what that antibiotic was?
The final one,
Yeah.
ertapenem, 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 which is administered intravenously for 3 straight days.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is. Holy shit, that is rough.
Wow.
Damn.
Triosaurus Rex,
Sounds
welcome
like
to the
a sex
Illuminati. They taking over the world one follow at a time. There we go. One day at a time. Sorry. a little bit overwhelmed with all these follows. It's super awesome. Another update stories, guys. Oh, Angry Cicada, thank you very much for 2 months of support. Guys, my girlfriend supports my habits.
I guess that's good news, right?
Yeah, exactly. So our next story is an update to another story that we've been covering for about 2 months. Jason, it involves one of your favorite things, and that is poop. So,
Good.
yeah, a while ago we were talking about how there was Alabama community that was overwhelmed with the new waste treatment facility that put stuff together, right? So what was happening was New York and New Jersey were shipping loads of their biosolids.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost it's the exact opposite. It's like the sadness version of biofuel.
Right, yeah. It's actually like the most dick fucking thing you could ever do as a state collectively.
Right, exactly.
We're just gonna
Send
send
your shit
all of
somewhere
our
else.
shit.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
13%, which of New York and New Jersey's waste, which is enough to be carried on trains and need its own like garbage dump facility, right?
So crazy.
I feel bad for those workers, honestly.
Right. So
Right.
they were putting them in this really like right next to a little like village in Alabama. So they took that and shut it down. But the problem was, for the last 2 months, there have been these train cars sitting next to another small Alabama community because all the trains that were moving from New York with the poop when it was all shut down had to go somewhere. They were just sitting in this rail yard waiting for summer to come, basically, right? Like,
Oh no.
finally, the tiny town of Parrish, Alabama, with a population of 982, are rid of their toilet trains. The containers have now all been emptied,
Toilet
finally.
trains.
Yeah.
Wait, they've been emptied?
They've been
Emptied
emptied.
where?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm sorry.
Where
I
you
yelled too much.
just right there at the rail yard?
Just-
That's super fucked up.
Damn.
This story.
They're like, don't worry, the trains are gone, but the shit is here.
It's still there. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, dude.
This
Why don't they make a pipeline? Aren't pipelines safer than train? They have less spilling, even though they seem to spill constantly.
it is not the political climate right now to build a pipeline.
What? I don't think people would be as mad as poop pipelines as oil pipelines, right? I'm joking.
Right.
Obviously,
I was
they'd be-
like,
I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? You making this permanent? Like, get the fuck out of here.
So this article doesn't say what they did with it, straight up. It's just said they've been emptied. So yeah, no, it's just been dumped in the river or something.
Oh, that's even worse.
Nothing here.
Holy shit.
I mean, it doesn't say anything, so I'm assuming that the
So
news
we-
reporters who were looking into this couldn't find anything. Otherwise, they would have said something.
Yeah. So we can just assume the worst, right?
Yeah, exactly. Assume the worst, and we can be pleasantly surprised afterwards, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Good news. Makes good
Yeah.
news.
This was all dumped directly into a child's daycare facility.
Right in orphanage.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, exactly.
More soup, sir.
They shouldn't have been orphans. But
Shouldn't have been orphans.
orphans
their
are
fault.
orphans is a lifestyle choice.
Right?
It was being shipped to nearby Big Sky landfill. The Norfolk Southern Railroad required Big Sky to hire more truck drivers so the sludge could be removed from the train cars more quickly. Okay, so they were taken away on
Did
truck.
you say truck drivers?
Yeah,
What the
So now-
fuck?
They're taking the
These
shit
people are
somewhere
idiots.
else.
exactly.
Like,
One truck.
So now there are
Well-
trucks full of shit driving somewhere.
oh
Yeah.
my god.
I'm actually I'm legit fucking mad about that.
Like, why? Why didn't they just move the train? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
This is
Take
the
it.
most. Yeah. It's the most amount of logistics for taking a shit I've ever heard in my life, dude. This is crazy. They're like, all right, we're gonna fucking train it to the Midwest. Then we're gonna put it on trucks and just drive the truck some random place, and nobody will know what happened to it.
All right.
$20 says it's all
that's
going to Florida.
ridiculous.
Dragon says, "I want to know. I really want to know what happened actually." And then yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like the North way of saying like they're taking a shit on the South? Like,
Yeah.
Is this?
Kind of, right? All right. So just to give you a little bit more background, Sweaty, New York and New Jersey have been struggling for many years to be able to figure out what to do with their treated sewage.
What up, squad?
Squabbly, welcome to the show.
Oh, Triosaurus Rex.
Arkasuden,
Not sure if I said hello.
welcome to the show. Where did it? Triosaurus. Oh, there's Triosaurus. I missed something. All right. Oh, late raid. Oh, thank you very much.
Willis Wonder. What's up, bro?
Willis Wonder. We're covering an update that the poop trains have finally been emptied. All right.
In case you were wondering.
Exactly. Our next story is Interaction News. These are always a crowd favorite. According to this next story I'm about to tell you, how do you cure HIV? Is it 1, apple juice, 2, orange juice, 3, Tang, 4, beer, 5, carrot juice, or 6, oh god no?
No, God, no, for sure. No question, dude.
Grizzly says, welcome, loves the new layout. Witless Wonder says, looks like a refreshing glass of piss. Witless
Yeah,
Wonder
that's
says,
exactly what I
"Goddamn."
thought it was.
Yeah, me
Right.
too.
I thought it was just a tall glass of juice.
Right.
That is not a half. That is not a half.
To let everyone know, this picture is not a glass of piss, but the story is in fact about glasses of piss. So 27 see urine HIV, urine HIV.
Urine. Oh my god. That's like the best action.
That's amazing.
Dragon Daughter says this kind of angers me, and I didn't even know the story yet. Yes, exactly. She says no. A 27-year-old British man who intentionally infected others with HIV after meeting them on Grindr has been sentenced to life in prison on Wednesday. So this is, I mean, starts off with a little bit of a fucked up story, but past that, right? We're gonna skip the sad recounts of the people that he messed with. The most important part is he was in jail for life, and that is how it goes. But cops were contacted by a health clinic in Brighton that noticed similarities between how two people had contracted HIV, and that's how they found him. It was revealed that that he met his victims on the dating site Grindr, and trying to find the next part of it, but there's a lot of sad stuff in here I just want to skip. Where did it go? Sorry, there's like a Jeep ad in this article I'm trying to not activate.
I'm really happy he got life in prison, but I also feel that that's not enough.
Right.
Yeah.
So he had been diagnosed in April of 2015 in Edinburgh, where he was from, but he refused medication. He told the jury during his arraignment, right, that he believed that by drinking his own urine every day, it was curing him. Can you imagine sitting on that jury? Right? It's not good.
That's not okay. So like
Is
you're
Boys
drinking
Ahoy
the same
really
urine.
dating app? Really a dating app?
Yeah, it's actually a dating app, Boys Ahoy.
That's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Whoever made that name is a genius.
He is, I swear to God. But if you think about it, you're drinking the same urine that's been in your system for like a week.
Right. I can't imagine that's doing anything better.
It's actually probably making it worse. Huh?
Right, exactly.
It's probably making it worse.
He said that the virus never took away my parent, or the virus took. Wait, nope, that's another one of the bad things. Where'd it go? He can be considered for release after 10 years, but it is unlikely that anyone else in his, due to the way that people have been put away for this before, it's unlikely anybody will ever even consider that. So, hopefully, 10 years from now, we don't have an update story.
Yeah, right.
Angry Cicada says, give the people who he gave the disease to baseball bats and let them loose on him.
Yeah.
It's like the destruction room, but just him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dagon says this may be the most angering and ridiculous story we've ever covered. Yeah, no, this one's messed up. But don't worry, today's today and cool will change everyone's mind. In our next story, it is a sex drug story. And can you guys guess why it's Tim Allen and Tracy Morgan on this picture here?
Well, Tim Allen did a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
The other guy, I have no idea about him, but I just know Tim Allen did a fuck ton of cocaine.
What were you going to say, Jason?
They both did sex drugs together. That's all I know. That's clear.
Hell yeah.
For anybody who's just joining us, and Sweaty, who hasn't seen this before, sex drugs is a long-running thing with us. We covered a couple of stories where they just referred to someone being on sex drugs, and we just don't know what they are. We do know part of the ingredients involve crushed up Cheetos and amphetamines, but we're not exactly sure. It's part of our homebrewed conspiracy.
That's what we decided.
We'll eventually be doing a giant episode on.
Sex drugs.
Yep. But you can, and for those of you who are interested, that logo right there is from the shirt that we have available. So If you want a sex drug shirt, you can check it out in our store below.
I'll wear it to church.
The best shirt though is a shirt that Udo made, and it's just a bunch of stars with a constellation that says astrology is bullshit in the constellation. It's fucking amazing.
That sounds amazing.
So
All right.
good.
So a father and son pair are behind bars after Customs and Homeland Security officials busted their ecstasy operation out of a building on Detroit's west side. The officials say that the men were using the names of comedians Tim Allen and Tracy Morgan as their aliases.
That's amazing.
This story gets weirder.
That is fantastic.
So, secret photos were taken by federal officials that show Sylvester Boston Sr. Hold on just a second. Ethereum, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Illuminati, taking over the world one follow at a time. But the Sylvester Boston Jr. and his son Sylvester Boston Sr. and his son Sylvester Boston Jr. On paper, they run an S&B computer repair store on Detroit's west side, but in reality, the only chips coming out of that computer shop were potato chip bags filled with illegal party pills known as BZP or ecstasy. So Tim Allen and Tracy Morgan were running a computer repair store.
Dude, I hope it becomes a movie.
What kind of scheme is this, though?
They were
That's the half-baked you've ever heard of.
That is amazing.
So they were selling potato chip bags filled with
God.
ecstasy.
Ecstasy.
Yep.
That is fucking amazing.
Like, what I don't fucking get is why didn't you become a potato chip shop?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Just
Like, have people walk out and
like,
shit that makes sense.
Computer repair.
just a corner store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I got this open bag of potato chips over here at the computer store.
Exactly.
It's like, don't
Doesn't
worry
make
about it.
any sense.
Totally normal.
Yeah, Tim Allen sold it to me.
Exactly. Well, Tracy Morgan fixed my iPad.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This is really something. One legal expert said, you look at the level of sophistication and attention to detail that in a way most could have been written as a Hollywood script. The police said that when the Bostons opened phone lines and ordered drug and paraphernalia in famous comedian's name, it drew the attention of a customs agent who noticed a package full of white powder. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Illuminati, taking over the world one follow at a time. I tried my best, right?
That's all that matters.
Right? So police said that when officials inspected the package and found BZP, a full-scale investigation was opened. They discovered that Morgan, best known for his roles in Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock, was also being used as an alias. Multiple shipments were made in his name. I suspect they use Tim Allen and Tracy Morgan not on accident. Either one of them or both of them are fans of Tim Allen, and Tim Allen is from Detroit. So they used it from the correct, somebody who lived there. So,
What about Tracy Morgan? They're not fans of him, is what they're saying?
Well, it doesn't say anything about that. I mean, like,
just deducing what this article said.
They're saying that Tim Allen was on purpose, right? So because he was from Detroit. So I mean, that would add one extra layer of possibly not being bullshit when you ordered these pills.
Yeah. Funny.
Officials said it was
who
obvious.
Was the other one? Was there a third one you said?
No, it was just two.
A third? Oh, just the. Okay.
Yeah, it was a father and son who went by Tim Allen and Tracy Morgan.
Okay.
The computer store was raided. Multiple weapons, bulletproof vests, and drugs were taken and confiscated, the police said. Officials said that Sylvester Boston Jr. was the mastermind of the operation, and he was sentenced to 9 years in federal prison. His father was an accomplice and received 8 years behind bars. Okay, let's see. Chat said Witness Wonder says making a movie where Tim Allen plays Tracy Morgan and Tracy Morgan plays Tim Allen. That would be good. Cahoba Fugger says Mysterious Glide. Sal Span is Bink's rating. Bink's TV bot is awarding everybody coins. Let's see.
Tracy Morgan is also from New York, so that might be where he came from.
Okay, not too far away.
Yeah, he was born in the Bronx, it said. Which, I don't know how far away from Detroit that is, but...
Witless wants to know, was Tim or Tracy the dad? And it doesn't actually say. It just says that one of them, so... Well, Squab, you don't get it. Squab, you're earning Illumies right now. So, there's that. I got an achievement just now, guys. What achievement did we get? Hold on, let's find out. What is talk to me? We got 25 people chatting at the same time. You guys are the best.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. Let's see. Our next story is called T-Ant T. It's dynamite.
I heard about this. This is crazy as fuck.
Yeah. So, are you much into bugs?
Yes. Well, what do you mean? Like, I know of them.
Right, but I mean, like
I have a
amateur entomology or anything like that.
I know a little bit. Yeah, I know a little bit. Biology, like biological wise, I know some, but other than that.
All right, so
like you don't know any bugs on a personal level.
I dated like a moth before, but other than that,
oh shit,
we got
You're
real
super flighty. Good for you.
So scientists are exploring the Borneo jungle and have discovered a species which dwells in trees, and they're super intrigued by this ant's unique ability to explode.
So nuts.
And it showers enemies in toxic yellow goo.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, they are straight up the real-life version of those zombies that explode in video games.
That's fucking metal, dude.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
These are like
crazy.
A real nature version of, what is it? Zerg, right?
Yeah.
Like from StarCraft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some of them bite you and it feels like a bullet.
Arcus-Adon, you won Tiny Rails from Binkspot. Grats, dude. See it? Arcus-Adon just won a video game through Binks. So if you get a chance, you guys should check out binks.tv. It's pretty fun. What was that? So let's wonder if you're interested in how many Illumies you've got. In the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you can see, and it'll show you right there. Big man behind a tiny desk. Yeah, it's true. Zombie or Twisty Top Hatter says zombie parasite ants and exploding tree ants. I'm afraid to find out what comes next. Correct, right? So they have the where's the name for this one? It's hilarious. Okay, so the species of ant has been named the Colobopsis explodens.
Amazing.
That is amazing.
Fembot ants. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Oops, there we go. Yet as impressive and effective as detonation is in killing predators, it's ultimately a suicide defense, for it explodes the ant's whole body and it ultimately leads to its own demise. And they do it by flexing their abdomen. They literally fucking flex so hard they explode.
That's fucking crazy.
That is fucking metal.
Exactly.
Nobody is as ripped as these motherfuckers are.
Right.
I think their body is filled with fluid, enough fluid to where if they contract, it'll force its way out, explode. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's...
Apparently, the bright goo that comes out of them is distinct and not unpleasant smelling. That is strangely reminiscent of curry.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So they're also delicious.
Right.
That's what
And
you tell me.
not the entire
Alright.
colony has the ability to do it. Only the minor workers, all sterile females, who sacrifice their lives by exploding in order to protect the bigger and more important members of the colony. They're
This
also
is so crazy.
super prone to self-sacrifice and would explode and detonate as the researchers approached the colony to take a look. So they just started walking forward, just like blah 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 blah.
Damn. Holy shit.
Willis Wonder
That's
says
so
I may as well
nuts.
give up on my sit-ups because I'll never be that dope, right?
Right?
Flex
You're
boo.
Like, is the goo like acidic or what? Like,
Apparently toxic is what it
Okay.
said.
so
So
like ingested, it will harm you.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
interesting.
All right, our
Dude,
next
that
story is about a bunch of turtle nappers. So if I said someone stole a lot of endangered turtles, how many do
What?
you think a lot would be? And we'll start with Sweaty. How much do you think a lot of endangered turtles is?
50.
All right, Jason?
That's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on your definition of, I guess maybe not definition, but like the level of endangered we're talking about. Because like one white rhino is a lot, right?
You're right.
So,
Yeah.
That's all.
yeah, that's like all of them. So I'm gonna go with like 16 or something, because that seems like a ton.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's 10,000
Fuck!
in this house.
What? Oh, they're babies.
No, full-sized tortoises.
What?
Yes.
Okay, so they're like
How? How is that
endangered.
possible?
Right. So I won't show any of the images of this because the images, even if Twitch doesn't consider it, I consider it animal abuse. But all 10,000 have
like
been
over 9,000.
right. Yeah, he's there. No,
I'm
Swab
kind of
was close.
curious though.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. So the what was it? Rad, I can actually give you guys the link if you're interested, but I won't show it on stream because this stream isn't for super sad times.
Yeah.
Right. Let me find it. Where to go? Hit people with his car. Trafficking. Tortoises. Stolen
Oh,
tortoises.
Twisty. Don't
Yeah,
worry, I'm sure they're
so-
okay, Twisty.
Twisty, don't click this. But so the the police in this is going to be bad too. Rand Ryan Fajazanka set out with okay, actually that's the guy's name. Sorry, Randa Ryan Jasavska. Set out with police colleagues and others earlier this month to investigate a weird smell coming from a 2-story house in Tolaria, a town on the southwestern coast of Madagascar. When she arrived at the scene, it was unlike anything she'd ever seen before, as a role of the regional head of Madagascar's environmental agency. Thousands of tortoises in various sizes covering the floor in this one house. The smell was
Crazy.
the smell was from obviously animals cramped together, right?
Yeah.
So in total, the house contained 9,888 radiated tortoises, a rare species only found in Madagascar.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
And wait, they were stolen?
yeah,
Dude,
they've been kidnapping
that's
these
fucking
turtles,
crazy.
right?
Oh, crazy.
Like,
Are they
why?
selling them on the black market?
I'm assuming that's what they're doing, right? The vast majority of the animals were alive and doing relatively well, although some of them had some dehydration, right?
I mean, it sounds like they're doing pretty good.
Right. Authorities have leads on those responsible. 3 suspects, 2 men and a woman, the owners of the house, were arrested. The men were in the process of removing some dead turtles from the property when the team arrived. The Turtle Survival Alliance has helped with the rescue efforts and believes that the small to mid-sized tortoises, eager to conceal the big ones, they're going to help. Okay, the little ones would have been smuggled out of the country. So yeah. That's what they were gonna do. Sell them,
Gotcha.
basically. Right.
Smuggle 10,000 turtles out of the country.
Angry Cicada says not dead, just sleeping. So don't worry about that. Just sleeping. The sleepy turtles were sleeping.
We were sleeping in a pot of turtle stew.
Right. But so they have been rescued and relocated. So the story has an okay ending here.
Yeah, that's great. That's
right.
Good.
And the turtle smugglers have been nabbed. But the fact that they've put 10,000 turtles in this house.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
Shit.
In lighter news, a mobile application built by a third party for the RSA Security Conference this week in San Francisco was found to have security issues, allowing the attendees' data to be exposed.
Of course it did.
Wow.
You put a giant target on yourself.
Shocking news.
Yep.
Amazing.
Apparently, it had hard-coded security keys and passwords that allowed researchers to extract the conference's attendees list. The vulnerability was discovered by a security engineer who tweeted discoveries out during an examination of the RSA conference mobile app, which was developed by Event-Based Technology. Within 4 hours of the disclosure, Event-Based had fixed it, but there was an open API call that allowed anyone to download the data with attendee information, including people who were not attending.
Yeah, for sure. Which isn't that big of a deal, but it does suck.
That's just like stupid though. Like that's poor design.
Yeehaw Gama says, never forget, koala bears are evil. Those are called drop bears.
Yeah, drop bears.
Drop bears.
Yeah, and like, if you have one job and your one job is to prevent people from fucking stealing information, just do that one job. You don't have to fucking be like the most user-friendly app or anything.
Yeah.
But, like, fuck's sakes, don't just be like, oh, here, you can take literally our entire list of people that have anything to do with this.
I could bet that all of those attendees would have been like, oh, this app is awesome if it was secure but not pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
Right. Every one of them thought that.
Yep. But instead, all their data got downloaded, and probably people were all like, hey, check out what I can do just because. Right?
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sweaty, where you're from, do they have speed cameras?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, in Switzerland, there has been a crime spree involving speed cameras because a flock of ducks has figured out that they can fucking set it off.
That
Really?
is amazing.
Yeah. A bunch of ducks traveling 13.5 miles per hour over the speed limit for vehicles in the area have managed to set it off, and no one knows why they keep doing it.
Yeah, that's really weird. Does it shine a light or something?
That's super funny.
It could be that maybe every time they do it, somebody comes and shoos the ducks away and like gives them treats or something, or I don't know. Right? There could be something, but apparently over the weekend there were at least 3 incidences of it, and that's each weekend that's been happening. So
Jesus,
there's something there that makes a duck fly at 52 kilometers per hour in a 32 kilometer zone, causing the camera to snap pictures of ducks.
That is amazing. Oh my god.
The police say they cannot determine whether it was a repeat offender or whether the ducks were a flock of felons. But the ducks or duck were lucky to escape the hefty bill that they have been racking up. The Alpine country calculates fines based on the wealth, and in 2010, it billed a Swiss driver with some $290,000 for clocking 137 kilometers in an 80 kilometer per hour zone. So they're not sure how the ducks are, what the ducks would have. They don't know what the income of the ducks is, so they can't really figure out what to
charge them.
Yeah.
What their bill is.
Ralchin, welcome to the stream.
There it is. I was waiting for it. Dude, fucking those ducks are like meme lords. Like, that is
Exactly.
amazing.
Right. Amazing.
All right. So most people agree that what the Largo detectives did in the funeral home was legal, but what people diverge on whether or not it was appropriate. So a man was shot, and the police in Largo, and this is a Florida story, but I didn't have I didn't notice it until after I did Florida Man. But so Largo, Florida, police took a dead man's phone to a funeral home, used his hand to unlock his phone.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's metal as fuck.
Is that like legal?
Yep. Technically, it's legal because a dead body has no expectation of privacy, but the dead body is owned by the family. Velo Hagafato or Fagato, welcome to the stream. Have fun with your Binks raid. Yeah, that's exactly. A lot of people ask whether or not it's legal, but apparently it is definitely legal. Though whether or not it was the appropriate thing to do is what everybody's discussing. My bad with it, or the thing I don't like about this is literally what bad guys do in movies.
Yeah.
They like cut off your hand and go use it to get into a door. Right?
Yeah. Well, bad guys or a hero, depending on what kind of movie you're watching. Right.
Oh, you know, I guess
Pretty
that's
sure
true.
I've seen a James Bond movie where he's done something like that.
No, I gotcha. So the man who was killed was named Philip, was shot on March 23rd at a Wawa gas station after police said he tried to drive away when an officer was about to search him. And according to Cheney, there's a 48 to 72 hour window to access a phone using a fingerprint sensor. The police got back within that window, but after the body was released from state custody to the funeral home. So they could have done this. This is something that they'll totally do in a morgue, right? They'll take people to like in a morgue. They'll do this all the time, right? Because they still have the state has control of the body. But at this point, it had been released to the funeral home, so it had to be opened and then taken, and they took it and put that, I mean, kind of messed up. What do you guys personally think? What do you think, Sweaty? Was it appropriate?
Looks like Sweaty's internet cut out.
Oh, okay.
So he restarted. Great freeze screen on his bulging eyes right there.
Yeah, hold on. I got a fix for this. Check this out. Bam! Oh, I got to turn you upside down. Transform. Vertical.
Is it working?
Yep. There we go.
Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. We have been attacked by China once again.
Dude, I've got a technical difficulties screen now. Check this out.
Oh shit.
So this is what happens when there's technical difficulties and all the cameras are all fucked up and I got to fix everything. I can just turn this on. But
that's so good.
But now I can just bring it down to one camera. So and I have everything set up. So when your camera messes up again and he gets back on, we'll hook that up. So you say that this is a little bit unorthodox, Jason?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's super fucking unorthodox. But you do drive some pretty good thinking points. Like, this is definitely what like a Mexican cartel would do in like a, you know what I mean? Like a traditional stereotypical like cartel movie.
Right.
So like it's definitely a bad guy move. And then it's like, is it okay that the cops are doing this kind of shit that we see secret agents doing? And you know, like, should there be like a moral boundary? Like, okay, he's dead. Stop fucking with his body. Right? So.
All right, I'm back.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
That's all good. I finally have the technical aspects of this like kind of worked out so that we don't, the stream doesn't get all fucked up when it happens.
Yeah.
I got to test it out on the layout's first day, so good to go.
Fuck yes.
Sweet.
So what do you think about cops using a dead guy's fingers to unlock his phone?
That seems kind of like fucked up to me, honestly. Like
Right.
it's kind of like invasion of like that family's, like that body, like you said before, belongs to the family, and I feel like the police department would have a better way to unlock a phone than going to a dead person to unlock it for them. You see what I'm saying?
See that? Welcome to the show. So no, they don't need a court order. They don't need a warrant. Because
it's crazy.
A dead body.
I thought you were saying they had like a time limit or something, though.
So they have a time limit from the phone. Like your phone won't answer after a couple of hours, right? Yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
okay.
It definitely said, that legally they were just allowed to do this because a corpse has no expectation of privacy.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's really fucked up. So
yeah, that's super fucked up.
Then is grave robbing okay? That doesn't sound right. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Hagema says necro the way to go. All right.
Right.
Yeah. So what would you ask, Jason? Sorry, I was reading the chat there.
Well, like, there has to be some kind of law, right? Because you can't like destroy a body after it's been dead, right? You need to like a funeral home needs to get permission from the family and all that.
Right.
So like, it seems like there is a law here that they broke or they bent.
Right.
To me.
So for everybody else who's watching, just notice something that I forgot to mention. If you see a fake news pop up on the screen, click it, and you'll earn extra Illumies.
Nice.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
What a meme.
Exactly. All right. Twisty says, do not resuscitate, but for using your corpse to unlock electronic devices. Exactly.
Amazing.
Dragon Daughter asks, what are the Illumies? Well, if you click in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you can see a menu, and it'll say Redeem Illumies. When you click that, it'll give you, oh, there's the applause. Somebody likes what's going on.
Nice.
Twisty Top Hatter, thank you very much for redeeming that audience applause. But there's a bunch of little things that you can do with your fun little currency that you earn via watching.
It's amazing. I don't have that. Why? That's dumb. Does it know I'm on the show? I figured it out.
It's kind of funny. It gives it to me.
Weird.
Maybe it's because you're a mod?
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Oh, weird.
So some people...
Hey, are you hovering over the screen with your mouse? Hovering over the... Yeah. Okay. Weird.
So there's settings, there's theater mode, and there's full screen.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about the
it should be a little bit above those buttons. And it should just look like a gray square with an Illuminati eye in it. But if... I'm
not getting it.
Nah, I don't see anything.
We'll figure it out. It's Streamlabs.
Yeah, the widget might be being weird. Well, apparently Twisty sees it, which is awesome. Oh, yeah, that's great. Grizzly says to make sure that you grant it access. Apparently there's a thing that it's asking you to grant access or something.
I've already done that on my own and everybody else's channels.
And see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, actually. Maybe that's it.
Oh, there it is. I see it now.
Dragon Solder says, I see I have 47. Yep, if you click the redeem when you click on that, it'll show you what you can do with them. Clown Baron says, I'm watching you from afar. Excellent.
Interesting.
So, Twisty asks if it's a snake or a spider in the toilet this time. And the answer is neither. Thank you very much for the applause, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'm getting more and more like the Tonight Show. I'm super excited about it. Angry Cicada, thank you very much for that applause. Sitting on the toilet in her Washington, D.C. apartment, dripping with sweat and feeling like she was about to pass out, Amy Sanchez thought, no, I can't die on the can, as she dialed 911. Sanchez, a physically active and healthy professional in her mid-30s, had woken that night just over a year ago with a terrible stomach pain and an urgent need to use the restroom. But nothing was produced. She just felt faint. Thankfully, before she had time to collapse on the hard bathroom floor, the paramedics arrived. By the time that Sanchez got to the emergency room, she was surprised to find out that she felt perfectly fine. In the hospital, doctors performed a physical exam, a blood test, and an electrocardiogram, all of which were normal. The doctors told her that pain had triggered her vasovagal response and mentioned that they see people who faint after they have been constipated and straining. They left her with the following wisdom: don't push so hard next time. So, today I learned you can try and poop so hard you can faint.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is amazing.
And apparently it's a thing that is something, it's called a defecation syncope is the official term for fainting while doing number 2.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
That is pretty amazing. You know, I heard of people like pop in a blood vessel trying to do that. I never heard of fainting.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Clown Baron asks if that's how Elvis died. Possibly.
That's so funny.
I hope. You know what? I hope so.
This is really bad. If this spreads, this is gonna become a new fetish.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
You know that'll happen.
Well, I mean, kids have been doing shit like that for years, like, you know, holding each other up against walls till they pass out, or all sorts of other stuff like this. So now it's going to be a thing where kids go to the restroom at school and try to poop themselves unconscious.
Right? They're like, strangle baiting is for pussies. You need to poop faint or you're not a man.
That is amazing.
Dr. Robert Shelding, a cardiologist at the University of Calgary and syncope researcher, says 2 to 3% of the syncope cases he sees in his practice are related to pooping.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 people who've passed. Oh no, it's 2 to 3%.
That is a good question.
2 to 3%. So 2 to 3 of every 100 people who faint, poop faint.
Okay.
Oh,
I said 2 out of 3 also. I was like,
wait, hold on.
That's like 66%. That's really high.
Damn.
Exactly. How have we never heard of this before?
Is that why people bust their head open on fucking bathtubs all the time?
Yeah.
It's fainting.
Faint when they poop.
Yes. Crack your head open.
There's a lot more into this article about why this makes you faint.
Holy shit, guys.
Angry Cicada, thank you very much for that applause.
We have an opportunity right now to start the next millennial challenge.
Ooh, let's
fake
do it.
videos.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just fake it. We get a bunch of the
Capitalize on it
scientific
now.
data. Yeah.
Holy shit.
We can be on the next fidget spinner.
Yeah, right. Amazing.
Oh my god.
All right, so here's a story about a specific guy that I'm calling nature's #1 enemy. And I'm not sure that it's his fault, but there's definitely something wrong. So Dylan McWilliams, 20 of Grand Junction, was bitten by a shark Thursday while swimming off the island of Kauai. He suffered several cuts to his leg that can be seen in one of his recent Facebook posts, and he said that he believes that it was a tiger shark that bit him. And he said, that was the scariest part. I didn't know where the shark was, and I didn't know if he would come after me again, he told the Star Advisor. Here's the biggest thing. This is not his first painful bite from a wild animal. In fact, it's his third. So,
What?
In July, he was attacked by a bear in Colorado, and it bit his skull, grabbed his head, and dragged him 12 feet from where he was sleeping.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrifying.
And about 3.5 years ago, he was bitten by a rattlesnake while hiking in Utah.
This guy.
How is he alive?
Exactly.
Holy shit.
His only other quote is, "My parents are grateful I'm still alive."
Yeah. Your only duty now for the rest of your life is to replace Steve Irwin. That is it.
Holy shit.
Because clearly you can survive
That's his calling.
anything.
Yeah.
He's the chosen one.
Yeah.
Nature has chosen him.
Right. Hey, bro, can we get Chad Irwin on the show?
Oh my god.
Dragon Daughter
was
says
born
survival
shorts
of
in
the fittest.
winter.
It should have killed this idiot
Yeah.
already. with the actual shit. Angry Cicada says nature is trying to clean up all the chads for us.
Yeah, he might actually not be an idiot. He just might be covered in honey in the summer.
Dragon Daughter, thank you very much for that applause.
You know.
All right, our next story.
The advancement of medicine.
Correct. A
Awesome.
team of doctors in the U.S. has
Amazing.
successfully carried out the world's first transplant of a Dinkle and Underbuddies.
Wait.
A full transplant of Twig and Berries.
That's actually very impressive.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
Damn.
Surgeons at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland, performed the operation on a U.S. soldier who had been wounded by a bomb in Afghanistan. They used a Dinkle and Underbuddies and partial abdominal wall from a deceased donor. I've decided to use those words instead of the words that have gotten me banned before.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, Underbuddies.
This is a crazy story.
Yeah,
He's got a zombie dick.
that's very
That is
possible.
amazing. Yeah, that's literally what
Yeah.
it is.
But at the same time, it's a miracle of modern science and medicine, and this guy's like a walking miracle.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So they
That's
say that
fucking nuts.
Here's more importantly, they say that the soldier should be able to regain sexual function, which was impossible with Dinkle reconstruction surgery.
Damn.
Why did you not have the headline Dr. Frankendick? Because that would have been fucking.
That would have been awesome.
That's that's very true. Dr. Frankendinkle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Dinkle. Yeah.
Apparently, Anu Day likes Dinkle and Underbuddies. So
Yeah. It's really good.
the team of 11 surgeons that performed the transplant over 14 hours on 26th of March. This is the first surgery on a combat veteran injured on duty and the first to transplant a complete section of tissue, including underbuddies and surrounding abdominal area. The doctors said that the donor underbuddies were not transplanted due to ethical considerations.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right. So, and that was,
So wait, hold on. He got like brand new underbuddies from another person, right?
right.
Yeah.
If he
And a
was
new
able to
Dinkle.
reproduce, whose DNA would be,
Right. That's the reason they
Ooh.
didn't bring all the hardware for the
Right,
ethical
right.
consideration, right? Whether or not
Hold on.
the dead person would then
Hold-
be giving birth, right? Or would be the father.
yeah.
So is it not fully functional?
Yes.
What
So
I
he,
wanna
it's
know
not
is,
it's he
can
can
he get a zombie boner? That's
yes.
what I want to know.
So his
So he
sexual
can get
function works.
Erect, yes.
Yeah. And
But
he'll
he cannot
feel it?
reproduce.
Yes. But he's not going to be
Okay.
able to
Holy shit,
reproduce.
that's amazing.
Right. And so the big thing that I'm wondering, right? Witless Wonder also says not to mention how much this could help transgender people, which is 100% true. You could do a swap surgery, right?
Yeah.
But when are we going to see a rich guy who buys a bigger Dinkle?
Oh shit, that's definitely happening.
Right?
That is so
I'm
happening.
calling it now. Donald Trump's gonna be the first. Calling it right now.
Exactly. So they just, you pay enough and you're all like, here's this much money. We're going to trade. You're
Yeah.
getting a downgrade. I'm getting an upgrade. Right?
He's like, I want the biggest Cheeto that you can find.
Wow.
Enid Down says this guy's not even data level of function. Or wait, he is. Yeah, exactly. He's got data functions. Functions like
That's
the Star
crazy.
Trek character. All right, our next interaction news story. Your job sucks. You feel like you need to change your life. According to our next story, how do you go about making that change? Is it going back to school? Is it vehicular manslaughter? Is it breaking and entering? Sex drugs, carrot juice, or become a mountain hermit?
Oh shit.
I really like number 6. I really like
I mean,
that.
Wait a
okay,
minute.
but you chose 6, so I'm gonna go a different one.
Okay.
Okay, I think he 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
At the same time.
But, and it probably involves sex drugs. So
There you go.
Right.
2 through 4. I respect that.
All right, we got a bunch of 6s here about mountain hermits.
I
we
really
got a
like
2.
that one.
Yeah. Willis Wonder says, 3, just locksmith, so gotcha. Let me find the thing. Apparently I messed out this one. Messed up the slideshow, but I've got the story still. So the story is man hits people with car to get out of work.
Vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is not a good day to be fucking posting
Damn.
this.
Oh, something happened?
Yeah, I've been canning. We'll skip it so we don't have a bad news segment.
Okay. So yeah. A guy went crazy. Sorry, I didn't know that something happened. I have been researching weird, not important news all day. So
no worries.
We'll skip that
we'll
one.
Pretend it never happened.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. All right. Our next story is much more friendly. Have you guys seen this picture before?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a monkey that took his own picture, a selfie, right?
Yes.
Amazing.
A federal court of appeals has said unanimously that animals do not have the right to sue for copyright protection. So the ruling came down in the case that this monkey that took a selfie with a wildlife photographer's camera, the photographer then published the photos, and an animal rights group sued, charging that the monkey owned the copyright because it took the pictures.
Oh god damn it!
Are you serious? Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's fucking PETA, dude. Come on.
Right, exactly.
Right.
You've done some dumb shit before, but like, come on.
I will say this might be my favorite picture of all time.
It's a really good
Just
one,
looking
though.
at it. It's so good. Like, he totally looks like he's in an animated film and he's being voiced probably by either Tim Allen or Morgan Freeman.
Squabbly is saying it's a stolen camera. Put that monkey behind bars.
I mean, that's kind of fair, right?
Yeah.
So we must
Definitely
determine whether a monkey may sue humans, corporations, or companies for damages and injunctive relief arising from claims of copyright infringement. Judge Carlos B., appointed by President George W. Bush, wrote for a 3-judge panel of the U.S. Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. We can conclude that this monkey, and all animals, since they are not human, lack statutory standing under the Copyright Act.
It's a pretty fair fucking ruling, in my opinion.
That's just retarded. Like, who?
Dobby says you need to make your bed.
Shut up.
What up, Dobby?
Twisty Top Hatter says this is an India Squabs. The people for the ethical treatment of animals, known as PETA, were the ones who sued, arguing that the copyright belonged to the animal. The group and Slater later settled the case out of court, but the Ninth Circuit decided to rule on the matter anyway. Catch you up real quick, Dobby. Monkeys cannot sue for copyright infringement, according to a Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals.
Wow.
No matter what PETA says.
What a shocker.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, we haven't covered many of these, but are you guys ready for some Juggalo justice?
Oh my god, I so fucking am, yeah.
I can't wait.
An Ohio woman is suing the band The Insane Clown Posse, claiming that she was hit with a 2-liter bottle of Faygo during a concert, knocking her unconscious.
Wow.
That is the most juggalo thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is the most lit they have
That is
ever
the most
got.
juggalo thing. Oh.
Andrea Walker attended the concert in Toledo, Ohio about 3 years ago. Now she's suing for several $100,000 in damages.
What the fuck?
Right.
Okay, I don't like these guys or any of their music, except for that Magnet song is hilarious. I give them credit for that. But like, I'm gonna be on their side on this one. It's been 3 fucking years, and now you're trying to sue. Get the fuck out of here. That's just messed up.
Why would she try to sue the band though? Like
Bleeding Soul 69, welcome to the stream.
Right?
Did the band member actually throw it at her?
No, they throw him into the crowd, I think.
Yeah, Walker claims that an...
Okay.
hold on. Crunkzilla, welcome to the Illuminati, taking over the world, one follow at a time. But Walker claims that an unopened bottle was hurled into the crowd, hitting her in the chest. She then claims she passed out, hit the concrete floor, and left the concert with life-threatening injuries.
3 years before?
Yeah,
Come
3
on
years
now.
ago. Yeah.
That's kind of sketchy, right?
That's kind of, yeah.
I've definitely heard of like artists being sued for this kind of thing before. Like I don't know. It's always kind of, I'm always a little bit on their side because if you're going to these shows, like you know what's gonna happen, right? Like you know shit's getting thrown in the audience. That's part of the fucking show. That's why you're there.
Was this like recent?
All right, Dobby, I'm going to say one thing, and it's not a jet ski in this channel. They're referred to as boatercycles.
Right.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Wow.
I can't believe somebody messed up on that opportunity. Why would they name it a jet ski and not a boatercycle?
I mean, you're right.
What up, curry sauce? What up, bleeding?
Because I remember recently the ICP had like a parade thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like that was like last year.
So they
oh my God, I don't know about this.
They went and there was a giant march for justice for them because years ago they were added to the so being a juggalo was added to the FBI's list of gangs.
Right, I heard about that.
Yeah.
So they had a march in DC to try to get that off there.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Tell me there's video.
There's all sorts of video. All sorts of it.
Holy shit. Yeah. I'm going to spend that.
There's like an entire documentary on it, I think.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
But do you feel like she decided to do that like now just because of that happening? You see what I'm saying?
Dobby says that I need to go to the Dark Carnival. I mean, I totally would. I would totally go vlog that.
Sweaty, that's a good question. I think that's a solid question. I don't know. I think it's shady, right? So she's clearly trying to do something.
Like 3 years later, it's just kind of like...
Yeah, it seems like a weird thing to wait that long for.
Yeah.
Right. I've almost died, but, we can talk about it in 3 years when you're... You know what I mean? Like, when I'm a different person.
About that.
Right. Yeah, also, they mention that this is the client missed out on a significant amount of work, had significant injuries, and had permanent scars that she'll carry with forever. Allowing individuals on the stage at a show is akin to giving a switchblade to a kindergarten class. You don't know how it's going to go, but it's going to end poorly. The band's lawyers say the evidence will show that Miss Walker was familiar and well aware of the group Insane Clown Posse, the lead act, which included Fago being sprayed onto the crowd. So that this is a thing that happens, right?
Yeah, that's like being allergic to watermelon and going to a Gallagher show. Like,
Squabbly
shut the fuck up.
Squabbly does bring up a thing. It was the court system. The court system may have taken forever for this to appear. This may have.
Okay, that's fair.
Right. Okay. That's totally fair.
Is that actually what it is, though?
It doesn't say anything.
Oh, he was asking you.
Yeah.
But I feel like they saw like ICP in like a court case. I feel like they'd like look into that immediately.
Right.
It's one of those like sketchy kind of things that they weren't sure, like maybe this is like serious. You see what I'm saying?
Unless their lawyers are really good and were able to suppress it for quite a long time.
Okay.
And they have a pretty decent sized fan base. I mean, the government's looking at winning tens of dollars from this, so like
right. Tens of dollars.
10 whole dollars.
All right. So, for those of you who have played far enough through Far Cry 5 and enjoyed its comedic testy festy,
oh my god,
the real thing, the thing that it was based on, is real, or at least
shit, that's
was.
amazing.
So after 35 years of drinking, nudity, and debauchery, and tens of thousands of Rocky Mountain oysters, the Testicle Festival has come to an end.
This was a real thing.
It totally was.
I'm just sad it's over now.
Yeah, exactly. This would have been their biggest year. It would have been their biggest year. Based on your, how's it going? Welcome to the show.
What up, Base? Yeah, seriously, what the fuck?
The Summer Festival in Clinton, known for things being rowdy, also has been known for generating its fair share of fights, drunken driving, and fatal crashes. Now, Matt Powers, owner of the Rock Creek Lodge, where the festival is held every year, has said it's enough. At the end of the day, I have to be able to hold my head up and be proud of how I make my living, he said. 2 people were killed and 7 others injured during last year's Testicle Festival when a man who had been kicked out of the event and put on a shuttle back to Missoula allegedly grabbed the wheel, causing the Jeep to roll.
Damn.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the Testicle the Testicle Festival was a real thing, and now it is over for the time being. Until they can increase the, you know, this won't stay gone forever. It's really a oh yeah, you know, I knew that the Rocky Mountain oysters were really a thing. I just didn't know that there was a Testicle Festival. Right.
Yeah. I don't think anybody was surprised by that. Yeah.
I'm kind of sad I haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know that's a thing.
It's just
testicles. Is it like animal testicles, or is it like?
Yeah, it's bull, bull
it's
and
balls.
Yeah, they do. From what I understand, they do some.
Right.
Are oysters shrimp balls?
That's funny.
Right.
So my dad had this thing that he did to my older brothers. Unfortunately, me and my younger brothers learned about it, so he didn't get a chance to do it to us. But he took them to a fancy restaurant, and he did this separately to both of them.
Yeah.
And tricked them into ordering Rocky Mountain oysters and getting them to eat balls. And so it's like been a long running joke in my family. He got us with escargot. Yeah. I mean, once the snails were in front of us, we knew what it was. But
I ordered escargot on purpose at once just to try it, and where I got it from, it was delicious. I can tell you that it was amazing. What I got was like encrusted and fried in a gravy, and it was super good.
That sounds excellent.
Yeah,
it does.
I had snail and shell with garlic butter, and like my dad was trying to convince me it's good. I'm like, no, it was spongy, right? Like it just felt like a snail. And I'm like, no, the garlic butter is good. Right? Like, but this is not.
Dobby says, I fucking love roadkill. You like what you like. I would not try. I would totally try roadkill. I just haven't had it, right? Squab says gravy's cheating. Yeah, gravy is always cheating. And consider me a cheater. All right, suddenly additional goose. This is a little bit of a photo show I've got for you guys here. At a high school golf tournament last weekend in Adrian, Michigan, a Blissfield High School foursome had teed off and was walking down the fairway. Hold on. My Alexa has just gone crazy. Alexa, shut up.
Amazing.
Alexa, shut up. That did it.
What the
fuck? She knows her place now.
So there was a sign. So they saw a goose sitting on an egg in a nest off to the side, and there was a sign warning them that the goose was there and that the golfers were respecting the space of the goose on the egg. But that's when an additional goose suddenly came up behind the golfers, and it wasn't happy. Witless Wonder asked if it was laughing at you. No, it was just doing some shit. It was just talking. I don't know what it was doing.
Product placement. Nice, Ramo.
So the foursome was attacked by the goose, with one particular golfer in his purple pullover coming under direct assault. Devin Gilson was a husband and an assistant coach for the Blissford team, says that she drove in a golf cart with her husband to get between the golfer and the goose. And she said it took 4 carts to keep the goose away and help retrieve the golfer's clubs, which fell out during the attack. At no point in my life have I ever thought golf would be fun or exciting till yesterday, Gilson Pitts wrote on a Facebook post.
Wow.
We have a great group of kids
Well
on a
put.
golf team and some excitement on the course yesterday. And neither man nor Goose was injured, and Blissfield finished 9th in the 13 teams in the tournament. Isaac Cooling, who was competing against Blissfield for Concord High School, was identified as the victim in the attack by the Detroit News, and he says he parred the hole where the Goose attacked him.
Damn.
Here's the best picture.
That's fucking baller, dude.
Like, this Goose is
Just
wrecking this
because
dude.
being like pile drived or
What
something.
the fuck?
Holy
I
shit.
know, right?
Right?
That
Dude, it's
is-
like spearing him through his asshole.
shit.
It's crazy.
Straight up like pile drived him.
Yo,
Yep.
at this point, if I'm ever fucking upside down and vertical because an animal attacks me, I'm hitting the fuck out of it with a golf club. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
You
give a
kind of
shit
deserve it at that point if you
It's like, god damn.
if you want to get to this point, then you kind of deserve it.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. But when I saw these pictures, I was all like, "This is devolving quickly for this guy."
That story, dude. Look at that.
There's like,
Why is there foam?
Yeah, I don't know.
What the
I'm
fuck?
wondering if this is a cover up, and that was like a rabid goose or something, dude. Like, that's just like
Yeah, I
swear it
angry
is.
foam, just all.
It's, oh my god, he's about to get fucking butthole rabies.
Time to
Poor
come to the
bastard.
calm section of our show where we start talking about our fireside chats. So we're gonna move into some discussion here. There isn't necessarily a story behind these, but these are some questions that I'm gonna ask you guys. And chat, feel free to play along. I want to know what you think too. So, Sweaty, what kind of bear is the best kind of bear?
um, polar bear?
All right,
Question-
Sweaty's a polar bear fan. Pants, what kind of bear is the best kind of bear?
Motherfucking water bear all day, every day.
So tardigrades?
Tardigrade. You
Gotcha.
know it, bro. It's my favorite.
I'm gonna say the
A
kind.
hug bear.
Gummy bears.
Yeah, gummy bears are my second favorite, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with Squabbly. Gummy bears are the best bear.
Yeah, I
Bouncing
can't argue with that.
Here and there and everywhere. High adventure, that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears. All right, based on air
There's
says
that
the
too.
Smoky one. So there's the Smoky the bear.
Yogi the
Dragon
bear.
Daughter says Care Bears and Gummy Bears. Willis Wonder says a Hug Bear. And Curry Sauce says a Bug Bear. Dragon Daughter says a soft and cuddly one. Is that with or without leather? Enet gets where I'm going. Lil
Yeah,
Dobby
nice.
says a Honey Bear. Anu Day says
Winnie the Pooh.
Bear beats
There you go.
Battlestar Galactica. Based on air says, so I come on and hear about eating balls and goose fucking people up. Love it. Right?
Yep, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's the first
Pretty
time
much
you've
sums it all up, yeah.
Yeah.
Tragic Lover, welcome to the Illuminati, taking over the world one follow at a time. And then we move on. Little Dobby says correction. Sun Bear, Curry Sauce Out says Owl Bear, and Squabbly says the Solar Bears.
What's
Excellent.
a sun bear? wanna
Sun
learn
Bear's
about
like
this.
a little, I think Japanese bear. I can't remember,
What?
but from what I recall, they are Adora bears. All right, so
Adorable.
Jason, what's the third
So-
craziest thing that happened to you this week?
Dude, it's Tuesday. It's too early. I've just been
You're
at
right,
school
yeah.
this whole time. Third craziest thing that happened to me this week.
That's
My
a hard
anima-
one.
My animation.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
I've literally just been at school pretty much the past like 48 hours.
Yeah, like
so-
literally not shit has happened.
Yeah. I got like I wiped.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking about Red
almost
Pandas.
2 squads in a row. No, I wiped like almost 2 squads in a row in PUBG last night. So that was cool.
Hell yeah.
It's
Nice.
about as good. It's about as crazy as it's gotten.
Ramos says that he ate an unfrosted Pop-Tart.
Nice. I didn't
Willis
even
Wonder
know
got
they
an
made those.
That
ace in
sounds
Rainbow
terrible.
Six Siege.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
I'll have to say, third craziest thing is that I am now a food delivery man as of today.
Whoa.
And then
Shit.
and then the second one is I'm a Lyft driver, and the first one's I'm an Uber driver. I applied for all three and got accepted today. So
That's amazing.
badass.
That's a lot of time.
Wait,
Yeah.
what food service do you drive for?
Lyft meals or whatever.
I didn't even know that's a thing.
So there's also
I'm
an
getting with
there's also an Uber meals thing. So yesterday in our town, they gave us the ability to. They opened the town to be able to do Uber and Lyft. So when that starts in June, I'll be doing that. But I'm going to be. I've already signed up to be with them. So and I've been doing a lot of research, and it looks like there's no problem with being both a Lyft and an Uber driver at the same time. So I'm just gonna go like have two phones running to do everything I need to do, and just have both of them running so I can pick up whatever I need, and then like
Sweet.
yeah, it's gonna be
Damn.
super cool.
That's crazy.
I'll just get everything done, and then at night when the bars close, I'll go to take college kids home, and it'll work out really well.
Right?
Right.
And then fucking stream that shit.
Hell yeah.
All right, the next question that I have for you guys could possibly be just to answer that what you just said. I definitely plan on having a dash cam and everything set up, and possibly the stream, and giving people like a discount if they want to be on my stream and stuff. So, and then we'll do Skeptalk on the move, you know, and I'll bring up stories and talk and ask people questions, and it'll be great.
That's a great idea.
All right, so our next question could be either highly divisive or incredibly unifying. Sweaty, Horde or Alliance?
Oh no.
Amazing.
Oh no.
So good.
All right. So when I played, I was Horde through and through.
All
That's
right.
what I played.
Excellent. Jason, Horde or Alliance?
Wow. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, if you had to pick one of these.
I would go with whatever my friends are playing.
All right, sounds like you're a Horde player, because that's where all we're supposed to be.
Straight up Horde.
It turned out incredibly unifying. If you look at the chat, there's so much Horde.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
Like, does anybody play Alliance?
Yeah, 13-year-olds.
Yeah, all the people who hate themselves.
They're like red on Pokemon Go.
Whoa, all right, whoa, okay. I don't know about that one. Whoa. You can take that back.
Our town for some strange reason is like the most yellow place on Earth.
It's crazy.
Why?
Because fucking instinct,
right, literally, here where I live, like if you were yellow, like you would be made fun of because there's like total of like 6 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
This entire city.
Yellow's definitely like the slow kid. You know what I mean? In Pokemon Go. But if you come to this little town of ours, it's fucking everybody's yellow.
Yeah.
It's insane. I don't understand it.
Well, a large
maybe
group
the whole
of us
town's slow. Yeah, true.
All right. Next. Jason, how many house cats do you think you could defeat if they came at you as a team?
House cats?
Exactly.
All right, I'm not proud of this number. But if we're being real, dozens, dude. Dozens.
Exactly. Lord Trump, welcome to the stream.
I'm not proud of it. I would
Cats?
never attack house cats.
Right, but they're coming for you.
I was like,
right, it's
they would.
I'm like covered in catnip.
A house cat would tear your shit up, dude.
Right, exactly.
That's no joke. I've owned house cats my whole life, and I know how to take them down if I need.
Probably like 2, honestly.
Yeah, right.
So when Curry asks how big is his team of cats, and it's essentially how big of a team of cats do you think you could handle? That's the question, right? The team could be of any amount. Dragon Daughter says 100 cats in a big old cat pile.
Straight up.
It would be the most comfortable way to be killed by razor blades.
Yeah, let's assume it's like an arena where they just release cats and there's nothing there for you. Bendo, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the Lurka Rooney. I love them.
I tell you what, though, you get 3 or 4 on you and you can't get them off, then you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
They just tear you up.
I know, that's terrifying. I'll be like, no, Tabby cat.
I'll take on like 2. That's it.
Twisty says, what's the definition of defeat? And the definition of defeat is that the house cats are no longer coming for you.
Or you're dead.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are the 2.
Ooh, fun fact. Cats will eat you after 3 days if you're dead in your house, if you have a house cat. They will start to eat you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm impressed they wait 3 days.
That's fucking metal, dude.
Yeah. Enet says, gonna be real. 6 cats are fucking crazy when they're pissed. Yeah. I don't know. I think that I could probably take a cat down in an punch, right? So I'm gonna say I could probably take 10 or 15 cats before I'm too tired, right? And then I'm just like, oh fuck, I'm bleeding from everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn.
All right. Our final question. Sweaty, have you ever wondered how long it takes for a giraffe to throw up?
Actually, yes. I actually asked my middle school biology teacher.
Oh, that's awesome.
I legit asked him, and he's just like, well, I don't know. I'd have to look that up for you. I'll get back to you. I was like, okay. He never told me.
Lord Trump, I'm sorry that happened. I hope that he recovers. My kitty is in the other room. We'll have her come on stream some point, but she doesn't get along with the dog, so they have separate shifts. Right. So, sorry. What did you say? Did you get an answer from your biology teacher?
He said he didn't know and he'd look it up and tell me, but he never did.
What a jerk.
Yeah, I know, right?
That is crazy.
Makes me sad.
I've never thought about that. Like, dude, I want to watch a giraffe puking. Do they have to like work it out? Or they're like super long necks slowly.
So, Lord Trump, we're about to move on to much happier stories. I promise you, much happier stories. Because today in Cool.
Hell yeah. Dude, that's me. Holy shit.
Right? It was brought up before. Dobby said, is that Sweaty? What's he doing on that picture?
Amazing.
Well, I'm sorry that was there. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. We'll stick around for these ones. All right, so this story itself is called Get a Job, Jasper, because my dog needs to get a job. Because I have learned, as confirmed by insiders at Amazon, Skeptalk insiders, I've got some personal friends who work there, that you might have had a rough week at work, but Amazon's 4-legged employees sure haven't. So there are dogs that work at Amazon. They are employees and covered by medical insurance and all sorts of shit, right?
What?
Why?
So then apparently based in the Seattle headquarters, the employees share their workspace with approximately 6,000 dogs on a daily basis. The company has announced on their blog. These furry friends have just one dog to thank for their employment, Rufus. During Amazon's early years, a husband and wife team brought their Welsh Corgi to the office, and he immediately won the hearts of fellow employees, according to Amazon. Most importantly, Rufus was also a hard worker. The Amazonians used to use his paw to click links on the company website. Although the dog was... Holly 3, welcome to the Illuminati, taking over the world one follow at a time. Although Rufus has passed away, his legacy remains. Amazon states that there are photos of Rufus around the 8.1 million square foot campus, and he even has a building named after him. In fact, Rufus made such an impact that when you click a broken link and land on an error page, his picture comes up. Along with 3 other dogs that followed in his paw steps, says Amazon: Lucy the Labrador, Sheriff the Golden Retriever, Aussie Mix, and Martini the Papillon. And while some Amazon employees receive daily catered lunches and happy hour Fridays, dogs have access to nifty perks there as well. Not only do they get to spend their day with their owners, so anybody who has a dog that works in Amazon can just bring their dog in anytime they want, right? Which is
cool,
fucking awesome.
Damn, that's cool. Yeah, it is.
But the dogs are able to snag dog treats at literally every Amazon reception desk. So any of their offices that have a reception desk are required to have treats for dogs.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that is cool.
They also have
that's a cool company.
Yeah, they have a doggy deck and pets to run around on their 17th floor, or 4 pets to run around on the 17th floor, which boasts a fake fire hydrant, dog relief area, and water stations. Additionally, the company offers a leash-free dog park where dogs can play and ruckus with others. Twisty Top Hatter, thank you for 115 biddies. Sweaty getting into the dance, that's how it goes.
Hell yeah.
That song just makes the
I
dance.
respect Amazon.
Angry Cicada
I
says
respect
that
Amazon so much more now.
Right.
Anyways.
Angry Cicada says we are moving and working for Amazon. Thank you very much for the applause, Angry Cicada. Shooting Stars, yep, Tragic Lover. I love that song very much. So on Halloween, employees and their dogs get to bond at Barktoberfest, where dog costumes range from Jon Snow to unicorns. And now you may be wondering who the dogs reports to at the office, and that person is none other than Laura Hirschfeld, Amazon's Wolf Pack manager. So that's the greatest job in the history of jobs, right? Not only do you work for Amazon, but you're the Wolf Pack manager.
That's amazing.
Dogs in the workplace is an unexpected mechanism for connection, says Hirschfeld. I see Amazonians meeting each other in our lobbies and elevators every day because of their dogs. She may have a point. Central Michigan University studies have found that the presence of a dog in a group or office setting encourage subjects to be more cooperative. It doesn't say anything about cats. Honestly, don't know. That'd be interesting to find out. But Jon Snow dog costume is going to be awesome. Based on air status, did you hear that Amazon workers having to piss into bottles because they can't afford to take breaks? Well, okay, so that's the packaging managers, right? Amazon shipping places apparently are hellholes, but like their software offices and their like management places are apparently very cushy to work at. So yeah, I do. There's definitely something that does need to be addressed. The conditions of the packaging places, from what I remember looking into. It says not working for Amazon, then telling that recruiter I'm working to take a hike. You should ask about cats. Just doesn't say anything there. So this story is about the goodest boy. So Max the Blue Healer is in for a special treat tonight after the 17-year-old dog protected his owner's granddaughter all night when she wandered away from their family property. 3-year-old Aurora Kyle went missing at 3 p.m. yesterday in the mountains of Australia and spent all night huddled up with the partially blind and deaf dog Max for warmth and comfort. So child wandered off in the middle of Australia, right? Not a place that you want to wander off. 3-year-old. Mm. So the blind, deaf, old blue healer followed her and stayed with her all night until crews were able to find her because he barked as they approached.
That's amazing.
Yeah. He stayed with the 3-year-old human last night while she was lost near Warwick for keeping her safe until she was found. You're now an honorary police dog, the Facebook post said on Tuesday, or said today. The girl suffered minor cuts, but was otherwise fine. Yeah, so he's an honorary police dog now, and the 17-year-old deaf-blind hero is the best. The goodest boy.
Damn.
So
17 years though, that's fucking crazy.
Right. I hope that
old.
undid a little bit of the damage I caused everybody today with the stories.
Yeah.
Twisted Top Hatter, thank you very much for the applause. All right. Now this story is another one. Some people train ahead of a race for months, but this fit as a butcher's dog just decided to turn up on the day. A canine from Alabama has become an internet star after running a 13.1-mile half marathon and finishing in an impressive 7th place with a time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 56 seconds.
Dang.
Yeah. Ludwine, is the name, is a 2.5-year-old pet hound dog. Oh, hold on there. Tragic Clover, thank you very much for the applause. Snuck out of their owner's garden and joined runners at the start of the trackless train trek marathon. Her owner, April Hamlin, admitted that she was embarrassed that her dog may have gotten in the way of those participating in the race, and told Runner's World her pet regularly wanders off without her in the town of Elkmont. Right, where to go? What?
So this was by accident?
Yeah, the dog was not he just ran in and started running the marathon, then ran the whole marathon with all these people.
My favorite part about this is the looks on those girls' faces in the top left. They're just straight pissed.
They're just dog.
Fucking dog beat us.
One of them is 8th place and is like, I could have been fucking 7th if there wasn't a stupid dog. Just... So I saw she came bouncing up and I petted her on the head. I saw her collar, so I figured she was just somebody's dog. Elkmont is a small town where everybody knows everybody, so it didn't strike me as unusual. Another runner explained, every time I thought she had dropped off to go back home, I would hear her coming back up to me, and she would race past me with to the 2 leaders. She would run off and romp through the streams and into yards and sniff around for a while. It's like a half marathon, and it's the first half marathon in Elkmont, and the people who started it are parents of the kids who do the cross-country running for the school. They wanted to try to fundraise because their school system doesn't have a ton of money for cross-country, but because of this dog, they are getting so much publicity that they're able to, do the fundraising they need to do. So not only did this dog just decide to run the race for no reason, but she fucked around a bunch during the race and took 7th.
And still got 7th. Yeah.
Right. I mean, obviously it's a dog. It would whoop the fuck out of anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love to see the guy giving out the medals at the finish line. He's like, "This dog finished. You want fuck it?" There you go.
All right,
take it.
We're gonna travel to the weird place that is Florida. So
nice.
We've got this right here. There is now. Oh, it doesn't turn it into a link. I forgot a space there. So you'll have to grab from HTTPS forward and then put that into your browser. Or I can just do it right here.
Done.
There. Click that link to play Florida Man Bingo if you're interested. Well, Tragic, Florida has some of the best stories because they allow their like police data to hit everywhere. So we're gonna cover some crazy Florida stories, and you can play bingo along.
Yeah.
All right. So our first story is definitely from Frowntown. This is not a happy story. But a Florida woman was arrested after a drunken argument with her husband, which allegedly led to an assault. 57-year-old Brenda Allen was hanging out at home with her husband late Monday night, early Tuesday morning. Like most Florida couples, they were passing the time by drinking alcohol. Now, that's not my words. That is the Florida website that I get these from. Exactly. And a verbal argument ensued, according to the arrest affidavit. The Dayton, Ohio-born Florida woman reportedly told deputies that she grabbed her husband's arms and unsuccessfully attempted to yank out his suprapubic urinary catheter.
Whoa!
Oh,
that escalated so quickly.
So,
oh no!
There you go, Twisty. That'll fill that
everybody.
in. Yeah, exactly.
That's an unusual weapon in body horror.
A suprapubic catheter is a hollow flexible tube inserted into the bladder through a hole cut in the stomach, and it drains urine from the bladder. Her husband was naked, of course, because in Florida it gets hot.
Right.
She then chased her naked
is awesome.
Right, exactly. She then chased her husband out into the front yard, and both of them tripped over and fell, and that is when the husband called 911 for help. She is being held on domestic violence charges with a $1,000 bond.
Jesus.
It's fucking...
Tragic says just another day in the Sunshine State. Correct.
Amazing.
All right.
Ooh.
A man encountered in unusual undies was arrested after deputies say he was impaired and had intimate items in his pickup, and the affidavit states. The case of the mustachioed DUI dude with sex stuff happened about 3:10 a.m. on April 12th, according to an affidavit and booking photo. A St. Lucie County Sheriff's deputy stopped a Dodge pickup driven by Daryl Campbell, 54, of Fort Pierce in the 7,900 block of South US 1st. A deputy reported Campbell's truck traveled in a reckless driving pattern. Sorry. There's like 1 pixel. If I hit it, it like goes crazy. A deputy... Oh, no, that's okay. Campbell's eyes were slightly bloodshot. His pupils dilated, and he looked super jittery. He also wore no shoes. I noticed Campbell was only wearing underwear that stated breathalyzer on the side and blow here near his genitals.
Jesus. That's amazing.
Asked if he'd perform field sobriety exercises, Campbell laughed out loud, laughed and said that he had gout. In Campbell's truck, investigators found a few items, including a bag of condoms and binoculars.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, definitely the America Square.
Oh, that's definitely the America Square.
Tragic Lover says every Floridian has those undies. Fuck.
Yeah. Unusual loot.
All right. A Florida man ended up in jail after his dashboard camera showed police more than he intended. So this Palm Beach Post, the Palm Beach Post reported that after 25-year-old Xavier Moran, his last name is so appropriate, Moran, was involved in a crash on April 5th, he told the sheriff's deputy that he had been cut off by another driver and could prove it with his dashboard camera. He then signed a consent waiver and to search the camera. When the Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy reviewed the footage, he saw footage of Moran burglarizing a beauty store.
Dumb motherfucker.
Right.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Are you serious, though?
That's so fucking funny.
How are you that stupid?
And one for sex drugs.
Exactly. He used a baseball bat from his trunk and used it to break the glass door of the beauty store. He was arrested on Tuesday on burglary charges. Grizzly, thank you very much for the 150 biddies. He says, just lol. That's how Florida rolls. Tragic Lover says, I mean, it's Florida.
Oh my god.
Yep. Shoppers at one Publix grocery store parking lot got quite a sight in Vero Beach, Florida on Thursday night. Jonathan Bochetter, 46, was allegedly jumping on top of cars, punching cars, and kicking over trash cans in the parking lot, all while naked.
Oh, while naked. Woo! Of course. Fucking Florida.
That is the only way to do it.
Lurk Trump is May says, I think it's just a cultural difference. He did nothing wrong. He's just a moron. Yeah, exactly. His last name is just so appropriate.
It is.
Twisty Top Hatter says this is patriotism. All right. When police arrived, Bochetter was allegedly sweating uncontrollably, swinging his arms and yelling at yelling with a pair of basketball shorts bunched up around his ankles. Police said he was screaming, "I only had one beer and I only wanted to smoke some pot."
Wow. At least he's honest.
At least he's honest.
Right, exactly.
Oh my god.
He reportedly kicked over a cigarette disposal on a trash can before entering the Publix and yelling, "You're not the one." Another witness then told cops that he was stopping traffic and punching cars before taking off his clothing. When police deputy spoke to Bochetter, he explained that he drank one beer and smoked part of a marijuana joint in the homeless camp behind the supermarket.
Jesus.
Oh my
this guy is a fucking lightweight. I'm just gonna say it.
Either that, or he got something that was way stronger than half.
He got some dank shit, dude.
Exactly. He was arrested and charged with disorderly public intoxication. A judge sentenced him on Friday to 45 days in county jail.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really not bad. That was not alcohol, and that was not weed. Dragon Daughter says.
Yeah, right.
Angry Cicada says, pro tip, not weed.
Yeah.
Tragic says, if you ever had a Publix sub or Publix sub, and it must have been a Hurricane beer, right? I'm not exactly sure. I haven't had a Publix sub. I need to go to Florida for it.
Wait, what's a Hurricane beer?
I'm assuming something that's around the Hurricane mixed drink.
Right.
So our next story, I swear, we're on to something, Jason. It's a conspiracy, and we will get to the bottom of this.
God damn it, I knew it!
A Taylor Swift obsessed Florida man was busted after allegedly breaking into the Shake It Off singer's Soho townhouse on early Friday and taking a shower.
Jesus! What the fuck? Okay.
I love it.
So to catch you up with it. Yeah, go ahead.
People in Florida break into other people's houses literally every week. We cover this and fucking take showers or baths in their house. Yep. What the fuck?
Or eat Cheetos.
Sometimes both. Like, it's been both multiple times.
Right. It has to be like a fetish there or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, it's so weird. It's like, it's really hot and muggy, right? So everybody's like...
just breaking in to take showers and take baths.
Right? Fuck. That's so weird to me.
So that's pretty much all there is to this story.
On this. Yeah, that's fine. That's all we need.
J-Man Legend, welcome to the stream.
Whose house did he break into?
Taylor Swift's.
Dude.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's impressive, though.
Yeah.
Was it her, Florida house that she doesn't live at, right?
No, he's a Florida man in California.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Right. But they found a ladder leading up to a broken window, and Alvaro sleeping in Swift's otherwise empty bed. He had also used the singer's shower, sources said. He has been charged with felony stalking, along with burglary, criminal mischief, and criminal trespass.
That's fucking...
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
That's pretty fucked.
It's pretty terrifying for her.
Well, at least Taylor Swift didn't get, attacked. I mean, that's better, but...
Right.
Terrifying.
But this dude came all the way across the fucking country to pull a Florida man.
Right,
stunt, dude.
Right, exactly.
Something that only happens in Florida.
You're right.
It's crazy.
Although, so it's not necessarily her house right at this point. She definitely owns it, has been there, and it's a 3-story property that she purchased a few months ago, but isn't currently living in. So he didn't know exactly where she lived, but he tried. But he does actually have a history of things that sound like stalking on the internet. So, yeah,
interesting.
He was like you say, Tay Tay. I heard you got the best shower on the West. Exactly. All right, so our final segment for today, because we're hitting the end of the 2 hours, is super shit or stupid shit for sale. And this is where I'm going to show you some of the dumbest and possibly, I mean, it turns out that sometimes this shit that I'm all like, meh, that's kind of dumb. A lot of people on this stream are all like, I'm buying that, fuck you. So this time I do have Amazon list. They're now in a affiliate of Skeptalk Live. So if you do end up buying any of this shit, I get a cut of it.
Awesome.
Damn.
Our first item is something I'm pretty sure a bunch of people are going to be into. So this is the Double Downer beer bong. It comes with an Angry Cicada, thank you very much for the applause. Ina, it says that you subscribed, but I didn't get any message there. Can I just hit that button? Maybe that'll work. Nope, doesn't want to do shit.
I subscribed last time too, and nothing happened. I don't know what's up.
Streamlabs might be going super slow. Somebody else is running, some really important streamer is running something with 700,000 people watching, and they're all making noise, and it's slowing down everybody else. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But just letting you know, Enid, I saw that. Thank you very much. Yeah, Journeyman Bader says want it. Tragic Lover says it's Markiplier causing problems. Little old Skeptalk. All right, so here is this object if you do want it. So, gone are the days of standing on your head or levitating cans of beer to impress your friends. The latest party trick comes in the shape of a Double Downer beer bong, allowing you to down your bottle of drink in seconds. Simply whip this bong out at any party, slip it on 2 bottles, tilt your head back, and it's down in seconds. Your mates will watch in awe, stunned by your newfound ability to drink twice as much as usual. There it is. There it is. Eat it down. Thank you very much for 5 months of support. I love that remix.
It's pretty good.
Squabbly says you might have to refresh and send the message to chat. Gotcha. Had to yell at Markiplier. Exactly. Shake a fist. All right. Just got another applause, and I do not know where it came from. Oh, whatever. Ooh. It doesn't say anything. We'll find out. If you applauded, thank you very much. All right. Oh, Dragon, thank you very much. Our next item here. This is Count Ketchup. It is
adorable.
A bottle topper that you put on so you can squeeze blood back out of a vampire onto your kids' hamburgers.
That's amazing, actually.
That's adorable. That's pretty cool.
Dirty Vader says that applause came from the bowels of hell. I'm really excited that the applause worked. I really wanted it to work when we had it. So, Queen Mistral says want. Angry Cicada says need it. All right, here's your guys' link. This one I don't get any credit for because it's from Black Products. But
oh yeah, that would be cool.
So there's 2 other ones, and I just thought they were absolutely just garbage, right? There's one where it's a mummy that pukes mustard, and then there was another one that was like a weird like kid's face that will like snot ketchup or relish or whatever. It's really gross. But I thought
that's really gross.
Yeah, I thought this one was a lot more fun.
I do like that one.
All right. This next one is ridiculous. So Have you guys ever had trouble keeping appointments and numbers easy and available?
Yeah.
No.
So, whoa, this was available earlier today, but apparently it's now currently unavailable. They saw someone looking at it. This was $35, but this was the Royal Easy View 8V electronic organizer PDA with a whole 3 megabytes of memory.
Megabits of memory.
Wow.
That's funny.
Either someone bought the last one of these, god damn it,
You
for
mean the
30,
only one of those?
right, for $35, or they saw someone was looking at it, they're like, oh shit, this is real still, and they took it down.
Yeah, right.
Because earlier today, this was totally available.
It only has 2 stars too, so I'm kind of.
Yeah, it's because it's got 3 megabytes of memory, run out after half a phone number.
Yeah, you're right.
This one says don't buy it, it's worthless, threw it out after 1 day. All right, so I won't share that one with anybody because we don't need to. This next item is Snake Eyes, a Nicolas Cage activity book.
Amazing. Holy fuck. Dude, I need to buy
this
that
like
right
now. I
So-
need this like now.
Exactly. This is a $10.69 paperback. The description reads, Nicolas Cage, what a guy. Whether he's kidnapping children, boosting jazzy cars, or fighting brutal criminals on a plane up in the skies, he does it in a unique style, which is so, well, Cagean. Snake Eyes is a hilarious illustrated homage with an activity book full of puzzles, games, and color-in pages, and amazing illustrations from the best of times.
Amazing.
Dragon
That
says
is
Sean
so
needs
good.
this.
It is so good.
Doesn't he?
So if anyone buys this, I get a cut out of it, which is awesome.
Okay.
All right, our next item is the periodic tableware laboratory beaker wine glass. If you don't think you look like a big enough douche drinking wine, now you can not be that guy drinking wine. You're drinking science.
Even better.
That's pretty good.
Exactly. It's the original and best designed beaker wine glass. Enjoy your vitis vinifera with scientific precision. A borosilicate laboratory beaker with a classic stemware base. So this is a real like borosilicate beaker that has a borosilicate wine glass base.
Damn.
Each piece is individually hand blown and shaped. Slight variations are normal, and it is dishwasher safe. So if anybody,
That's good, at least.
That's pretty cool.
exactly. But so it's got its milliliter, your milliliter measurements on the side, and everything you'd need like that. So 200 milliliter periodic tableware is what it says here. But as you notice, like all people who drink wine, it's filled over where it needs to be.
You're right. You're right.
Dragon Daughter says, let us drink science together. Tisty Top Hatter says, Chem Nerd over here, shut up. But now, there you guys you've got a shopping list for Christmas now. Angry Cicada says, science just got classier. Tragic Lover says, whoa, true though, right? Dragon Daughter says, the Unoisms are so good. Yeah, I do it. That happens every once in a while. All right, well, it's 9:05. I think that's the end of our episode tonight. Sway, how was your first time on our podcast?
Yeah, I had fun. It was pretty good. I
Nice.
had fun.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
I had fun.
You interested in coming back in the future?
Oh, dude.
Cool.
Set me up.
Excellent. Pants404, thank you for the applause.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
The applause is so good. I can't believe it worked
It's
so well. There's other stuff you can buy with the points, but why would you buy anything but applauses? Yeah, totally.
All right, let's see how many points I have.
The question's good, but I couldn't think of a question. I was trying to think of a question.
Twisty, thank you very much for the applause. Yeah, he is friend robot, right? Yeah, it just happens every once in a while when when Discord has an issue. So which one is that? That one's this side.
My
So I'm doing that. Fixto. Now I'm way over on the side. Well, I'll fix it later.
yeah, my internet's being like ass right now too, so that doesn't help.
It's all good. I mean, I enjoyed it. Angry Cicada, thank you again for the applause. Angry Cicada, thank you again for
There's
another
so many
applause.
applauses.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, let's see who we can raid tonight.
All right.
I think Dobby just started. Well, half gonna go over there anyway, but
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I might as well just raid. You know.
Yeah, let's do it.
there you go.
Let's take a look. Yep, we're doing it. Bam.
Big fan.
All right, so raid. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a super fun show. It always is. Today was a pretty big show, and I appreciate everybody who came over to hang out with Sweaty. Hopefully, it was fun enough. You want to come back later, you know?
Yeah, totally. Thanks for having me, by the way.
Dude,
Man.
hell yeah!
It's a blast.
I've enjoyed every time that I've been in a chat with you, so I figured might as well do it on these terms, you know.
Yeah, dude, that works for me. Nice to meet you, Jason. I'm sure I'll meet you again.
Yep.
Definitely, man.
Join us Thursday while I think his name is Captain America on Twitch. But my second longest time friend will be on the show on Thursday, and then next week on Tuesday we will have the Top Shelfers podcast. Can't wait to see you guys then.
Later, y'all.
All right, well.
Cool. All right, so that is
Sweet.
the end of the